Tried to undo his IOTV. I'm just gonna check for wounds. I'm not getting shot at. I'm okay. There's guys coming. Everything will be fine. I got a new magazine and gun. I'm ready if they do come. And had him squeeze my one hand while I'm checking for the other hand because it's nighttime, so I need to feel more than I can see, and I need to feel for the blood, and I need to feel for the holes. And he's complaining his chest hurt, so you know the way his face looked, there's going to be a breathing problem. But he's talking, so that's good. Started talking about, you know, what would be the best place other than this fucking ridge in the middle of Afghanistan in the Korengal Valley, which is home. Just kind of brought up, you know, Wisconsin, going home, trying to laugh about how he knows he's gonna go home, he's gonna be drunk in a week, you know. That's what you get. You gotta get out of the shit, you gotta have a beer. It's not always the best way, but it's not there. I want to say the whole time leading up to that was less than, you know, maybe 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, maybe 100 lifetimes. I don't know, you know. It's all, my time frame or my idea of that time during that process is all out of whack. I don't know how long. But they're not shooting anymore, which makes moving a lot easier. Doesn't make anything safe by any means, because who knows, they'd just be sitting there, but at least makes moving, it's easier moving when you're not getting hit. Just continue to try to find all of Brennan's wounds. Continue to try to help him. It's already been called up. They're calling up to hire. They're relaying whatever messages they are. I finished my evaluation of Brennan. You know, gunshot wounds to the leg, shrapnel to the face, gunshot wound, shrapnel, gun/wound, shrapnel to the chest, problems breathing. He's bleeding. He's not bleeding as bad as he should. Roll him over, checking his back. The exit wounds are usually bigger than entrance wounds. Make sure we're not missing something that's important. Continuing to reassure. He's still talking. It's more of like a moan, like a forced breathing. And what we didn't know was Mendoza, who is the medic, was shot. Probably initial contact shortly after, and so he wasn't going to be coming. But who did end up coming was Sergeant Shelton ended up showing up, who is the platoon sergeant, and there was a medic from 3rd Platoon. I don't remember exactly who it was. Then there was a male nurse that was with us just for this mission. So, you know, that more experience. We try to bring the better guys that we have, or, you know, just bring what we can. And he showed up, and he decided, he put the thing on Brennan's finger, do his heart rate and all that, and Brennan starts kind of going unconscious. He's not responding. You know, you have a guy go down on you, that hurts. You're -1 guy, you're -1 friend. Depending how bad it is, maybe he can continue, maybe he can't. But then you also need to pick up his spot and his stuff and take care of him. But you're not in the clear. You're not in a hospital room. You're not waiting for the next thing to happen. You have to plan for the next thing to happen, and that is the intense part of training, because you have to do that. Because if you don't do that, you're only half the soldier that you could be. I mean, fighting, be an excellent assaulter, be an excellent warrior, be an excellent into the bullets and close with the enemy, but if you cannot help other people help themselves, or help yourself help your people, then you're only half of what you need to be. And so that's trained by everyone. I really feel that this is about the truest statement that I could make about it. As far as, I only did the next thing that needed to be done, and I was only able to do it because the men around me had the rest of it taken care of. It's hard to take credit for simply the next step when so many steps had already been taken by everyone else. I didn't do, in the process of this L-shaped ambush, there was probably 1,000,001 things that needed to be done. And everyone was taking it a step at a time in their own lane, in their own piece, playing fitting in their pieces of the puzzle. My puzzle by no means was the biggest piece. My part of the puzzle wasn't the best piece. Mine wasn't the hardest piece to put in, and it wasn't the easiest piece to put in. It was just another piece of the puzzle that put together this whole picture, and how they fought us and we fought them, and how it all panned out. You know, you can read citations and stuff about the Medal of Honor, and everyone's heard about someone who's received the Medal of Honor, and these people are like superhuman, like some real hero shit. Like, cool, dude, I want to shake your hand. Look, can I buy you a beer? Can I drink a beer next to you? Can I talk to you? I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Okay, cool. You know, what's cool is I'm still here. That's freaking lucky. I'm not superhuman. I didn't dodge them. Good thing we have IBAs. Good thing I ran fast enough, or I ran slow enough, or whatever it was, it worked out for me. Thank God. You know, God was looking out for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I was lucky. Not heroic. I was lucky. When I read it sometimes and I hear someone talk about it, or even, you know, the different articles, and I see it and it makes it sound like I ran through bullets to save my buddy. No. I didn't run through any bullets. I got hit with one bullet. It didn't hurt. It didn't actually hit me. I got hit in the small D that I was carrying. Didn't hit me. Lucky me. It's a rocket. We're all good. I didn't go and save a buddy. I ran up to get next to him. I ran up to find out what's up. I ran up to tell him, this is where we're at, this is where you're at, this is what I've seen. I ran up there to shoot next to him to help him shoot. He would be waiting there for me if he could have been shooting to cover me while I came running into him. When I read it, it sounds like I went out of my way to do something special. I didn't do anything special. I didn't go out of my way. That was the next step. Here I am taking the next step, boom. So when someone says, you know, we can put you in for the Medal of Honor, I think about Brennan, and I think about Mendoza, and like, Medal of Honor is super awesome, super badass. Like, badasses get the Medal of Honor. I'm not that badass. Why do they want to give this to me? Because I got two good buddies that I lost that night, and I don't deserve it. Don't give me the highest medal. I don't need a medal. I didn't do anything for a medal. I didn't do anything in particular for Brennan. I did what I was supposed to do. If I didn't do what I was supposed to do, it would be hard for me to call myself a professional, and it'd be hard for me to accept a paycheck that I'm gonna get. If you didn't report, you probably wouldn't expect to get paid for being a reporter, you know? If I didn't fight, and I didn't fight as hard as I could, I should probably not get paid to be a soldier. I didn't make myself. Everyone around me made me. I didn't raise myself, I didn't teach myself things. I was taught things from the people around me. As far as, from being a little kid, from being the 10-year-old, not knowing that I'm gonna go in the Army, or hearing a military story, or my parents correcting a wrong that I make and showing me the right way, or friends, the way I came up, the way I was raised, my family, my friends, my teachers, my acquaintances, the different jobs that I've had, to coming into the Army and clipping grass at Fort Benning with my fingers, pulling weeds. When there's a weed whacker, a weed whip, let's just do this. Oh no, we're gonna do it this way? Gotcha, okay. I didn't make myself the man I am. Everyone else made me the man I am. And if that's a good man, cool. I hope so. I tried to be. I can only try my best. But I have to be open, and I have to listen, and I have to be willing to learn what people are going to teach me. And then I have to take the people that teach me some things that I'm like, that's not probably right. Or I can think of a better way to do it. Or this guy told me something better, to take the good and the bad and sort through the good and the bad and come out with the good and leave the bad. Everyone around me taught me everything that I did. I'm not responsible for, I'm responsible for it. Everyone's accountable and responsible for their own actions. But it worked out really good, and that's not my fault. It's everyone else's fault. But it worked out good. It's still their fault, you know? It's important to bring everyone into this because no one acted alone. I can't be a leader without someone to follow me, and I can't be a leader unless everyone has a boss. My boss was right there with me. My boss was leading the way. My boss did this. My boss did that. I was doing stuff because my guys were going to follow me. My guys were going to follow me because they knew how it was going to go and that I was going to hopefully lead them to something that was going to help us as a whole, the same way I followed Sergeant Gallardo. They all knew exactly what they were doing along the way. It worked out really well. Pretty well, fairly well. It didn't really work out really well. It definitely could have been better, but I just don't know how to find that.